other, or
which I might have to discuss.
yeah, it's like exactly. And there's a yeah, I see it right there. Do you know where the label?
Oh,
It's all 9A.
yes, you will.
Whenever they are, we're ready.
You guys ready? Yes. Okay.
Nobody's ready.
Caramel, sweet silver bells all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and simple. Ding dong, that is their song. With joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, happy cloud, raising the star. Oh, every dale, till every dome. While people sing songs of good cheer, Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On when we say, on with heaven, their joyful tone to everyone. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all sing and throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and simple. seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how raising the sound. Oh, heaven did tearing the tone. Hear the ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On they sing, on without end, their joyful tone to every home.
On they sing, on without end, their joyful tone to every home.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Dong.
So pretty. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Excellent job. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Can we establish a quorum, please? Sue, can you start us off?
Cynthia Cochran.
Mark Evans.
Carol Riley, Marissa Roberts.
Emily Kaiser. Allison Neal Malone.
All right, let's do pledge. Where's our flag? Up there?
Yes, please.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. District update. Ready for our district update?
I am. So sorry.
That's okay.
So we have got summaries submitted to you for your review on high school and elementary. And then also we have submitted for your review the high school students of the month, and we have our teachers of the month here. So if you are ready to do teachers of the month.
Okay. Right here.
Okay. Ms. Morgan and Ms. Crothers, you wanna? I'll start.
So we have Miss Lisa Dunahee as our teacher of the month. She's brand new to our school. She's from Wisconsin and she's teaching kindergarten. And she has done an amazing job. She loves those kids. Those kids absolutely love her. She's so much fun. Every time you go in, she's having fun, even though she has some very big personalities in her class. She does an amazing job with all of her kids, and the staff recognized her this month by voting her for our Teacher of the Month for November.
Awesome.
Dr. Lively, how much you think I'm
Right here, okay.
Okay, it's all. One, two, three.
While you're still up, Rachel, do you want to talk about any other updates?
Yes. We had our Walton Family Foundation visit Friday, and it was wonderful. We got to show off all the amazing things. These are just some pictures from it. It happened Friday. We couldn't really get it in before that. So Katie Gowis, our amazing arts integration coordinator, and every single one of our teachers worked tirelessly to just update everything and show every amazing thing that our teachers and students have been doing up on the wall. And so if you would like to come at any point, please let us know. I would love to take you on a tour around. And so you can really see what the kids have been doing this year so far. And by we, I mean Katie. She put this together of some of the pictures that we had from our walk and just from our halls right now. And if you scan some of the QR codes, you can see actually some of our students talking about the work that they've been doing in class. So they're really fun little QR codes to go to. So you can see the kids demonstrating Zip Zap Zoom. You can see them talking about some of the different things that they learned through their This Belongs to Me, which are all arts-based skills and strategies that we're learning in Artful Learning. And you can just see it's always fun to watch kids talk about what they're learning. So when you have a chance, please.
Right. High school. I'm gonna have Dr. Langley assist with this. This is something she oversees. And she is she's working very closely with all of our arts department teachers, which Ms. Ray is part of.
Yeah, so for our November Teacher of the Month, we have Miss Ray over here. Our other teachers are doing the voting and they are saying absolutely wonderful things about Ray. You'll probably see Deck the Halls is going on right now, the skateboard auction that's housed over at the rack. That is still going on, wonderful stuff. Mural Club, all sorts of other extracurricular outside of school opportunities she's giving students. Y'all have seen the murals at the Ledger, just all sorts of amazing things, let alone the amazing work she's having actually happening in her classroom. So our staff had beautiful, wonderful things to say about Ray. I sent them all to her in an email so she could read all the positive feedback she got. So Miss Ray is our Teacher of the Month for November. Okay, get your award.
Hello, Dr. So good. Thank you for getting it right. Dr. Langley, get in on this. Come on.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. Can we all
Okay, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. The only thing is that table is in there, but that's okay. I got free to help. We'll get it.
Oh, yes, thank you. It has my name on it.
Are you wanting me to talk about that?
Yeah, you can just give them a brief update.
So I've also included a handout. I won't say all these words, I promise. You can reflect over them later if you need a deeper read on them. And so I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Evans. Thank you, Mr. Evans. I know it's been a board meeting or two since you did that, but our tech theater department was extremely appreciative of what you did to try to secure resources for them. These are the words from our teacher. They're thrilled to have the restocking of paint supplies, needed hand tools, special hardware items, and a table, saw stand with your help. So thank you so very much. Another shout out again to Mr. Riffin over at Office Depot. They secured us an additional $2,300 in supplies. We're using them. They want them expensed at the end of the year, so we're doing that. And our teachers are having a voice in what they need. They're also partnering with Miss Ray. Where did she go?
She had
Already gone. I'm letting you know. They're also partnering with her, and they're going to actually work with her mural club to develop a mural within the Rogers Office Depot staff workroom. So they're actually going to be designing something for them. We completed our Atlas Science interims, 3rd grade through 8th. Right, Miss Rachel, we did it. We got it done. That is the very first Atlas assessment that we've given. That's a state standardized assessment. We'll give it one more time, and I think it's February that we do it, and then we'll have a full-blown summative this year for science, English, and math. But the only ones available right now in this first year for interims are science. So I will have the results aggregated for you and share them with you in January. I wanted to just give you an update on our school support inclusive practices. We focused that work. I told you last board meeting, we were having a focus meeting with science and social studies as a continuation of what we launched at the beginning of school. We had a lunch and learn with them. We're going to carry that work forward. They got to engage in discussion with an advocacy and special ed expert who Dr. Roberts put us in contact with, helping them identify additional needs that they may have on differentiated learning and how to plan accordingly. So we're going to involve our entire staff in January when we come back in doing some on-site professional development around supporting classroom instructional planning and practice. We're going to continue to use the APSRC school support staff that we have partnered with, and they also engaged with us in that lunch and learn via Zoom. So we're trying to keep that coordinated work. This next thing, I might need Dr. Langley to help. This is like a really big deal. This work, I call it the Recycling Butterfly Project, but you are gonna be amazed by this. You wanna try and do it before I mess it up?
I can help you. Miss Faust's 7th grade science class has been collecting water bottles, different bottles, Coke bottles, anything like that for the recyclable plastics that can be used in it. It's then being given over and worked with through our EAST program that is taking those bottles, turning it into the plastic that can be fed into the 3D printer. The 3D printer is then 3D printing homes for butterfly migration. That's been, they're gonna create a butterfly migration garden, so everything will be 3D printed and made. And so we will be on the registry list of the monarch butterfly stop going
Is that
through
not cool?
Northwest Arkansas.
Yes, and so just to put this will, they've already won at least $2,500 in technology for their classes. But they'll find out in January if they make it to the next stage, which could actually earn us winnings of up to $12,000. Or I guess a national winner up to 50. So, I mean, like, I think it's like the coolest project I've ever heard of. Using lots of different, expendables to create something for a living. I just was just amazed when they told us. I said, what now? Say that again. The other thing that just recently happened is Mr. Todd Belan, who is one of our new dance teachers this year. He has been connected, as well as the Arkansas Arts Academy High School in the past, with the work through Reclaiming Our Roots. He received an invitation to attend this event again in DC at the Kennedy Center, and represent not only the work that he had done in the beginning, but us as I guess we were part of the original group that started this as a high school. And so he's going to be doing that. He's going to be growing his knowledge through workshops, seminars, master classes to strengthen teaching and learning, and bring that back and let that not only enrich his work within the classroom and the program that he leads, but also helping us grow that knowledge larger throughout our arts program. So that's like a really big honor. Miss Valverde, she had a follow-up visit and went to Mexico City recently. I just wanted to let you know that as part of that traveling art exhibition, where they paid for her to come be part of all that work, there is a great write-up on this. I think Miss Janet also just gave me some good news about the news channel coming to interview her. So y'all may need to watch your local news events. They're going to do an interview of Miss Valverde about this important work and how she's been engaged in that Hispanic community outreach. The last thing, I'll let you talk about the reunification site and the little reminder about our pickup lines.
Yes.
Safety.
So as far as our school safety committee, we have the district and then the different campuses have their own. Part of our I Love You Guys system that Dr. Roberts has brought on for the campus, part of it is reunification, which is if there was an emergency, God forbid something happened, how would we get kids reconnected with families? So First Methodist Church, literally just right over here, their board of trustees met and approved for them to be our reunification evacuation site. So part of that is going to be having to practice, having to tell students, like in the case of emergency, and we're asking you to run, which, you know, this would be big time emergency. Where is that located to know to get to a safe place? So it is just a couple blocks over. We went and we toured and kind of saw the environment. Some of the places we're kind of working through what it would look like there, but there's a very specific step-by-step process on how we would reunify students with their parents. It includes checking personal information, making sure that these are truly the guardians or that somebody on the emergency contact list. It's very step-by-step process, but it gives us, you know, a sense of mind, I guess is a good way of saying it, that we have a process to know if something ever was to happen, we have this in place. And then what was the second one? I'm sorry.
Just wanted to make sure that we keep informed before we inform our public. So that's the main thing. The other is how we're getting better.
Yes, the car line. After looking at some parent feedback, we saw that maybe the car line was not moving as strategically as it could be. So we sent out a reminder, you might have seen on social media, about how the traffic should go through. So we are now setting up a few barriers out there that keep cars from turning right. Because what was happening is, if you've ever played the old game of Snake on the phone and the tail meets the mouth and you can't go anywhere, that was happening when people were trying to turn right and go off of 6th Street.
That's where the officers have asked the tail end to go, and they were meeting and nobody could get out.
We had a log jam.
Blocked, yeah. So now we are redirecting it to continue around the school to go out and go off on Fifth Street. And since we started that, it's been pretty much the beginning of this week. We have had no complaints and it's moved quicker.
And then something that was just brought to my attention, would you like to share a little bit? I'm putting you on the spot. We received a donation that I just learned about that we wanted to share with you from the Walmart Corporation.
From a Walmart community grant, the PTSA received a $400 grant to go towards unpaid lunch debt.
Isn't that great? Thank you so much. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank
That's
you.
my report. Do you have any questions at all? One thing that's not on here that I do want to let you know, we are in the middle of GT screening, Gifted and Talented, for the high school 7-12. So,
You're stealing my thunder. I'm gonna talk about that.
okay, I'm not going to say anymore, but she's swimming in it right now and doing a great job. So I'll let her report on that. Thank you.
Ladies, would you like to go next? You bet. You should have my stuff, hopefully. Go to the- So my first update is that last month, I got to go to the National Association for Gifted Children Conference in Florida, which was an amazing experience. I got to network with a lot of big name people. George Kuros, who has authored several books about innovation and teachers. The author of the screener that we're using, Dr. Naglieri, he was there and I got to meet him, which was like a totally geeky moment for me. I was like, excuse me, you're a real person? That's so weird. And then some of our prominent researchers in Arkansas from the Mahoney Center at the University of Arkansas Little Rock were there as well. Got to attend lots of great sessions about Twice Exceptional, other people that were just starting up programs in other states that presented their approach to how they were establishing a program. And I sat there and thought, oh, all of this sounds very familiar. We were doing all of these things and doing them really well. So that was exciting, as well as some technology and then an arts integration session that I legitimately sat in on and thought, I probably could have led this, but done it better because we've had so much training in arts integration, which I thought was really a testament to the trainings that we've gotten to do in-house. So that was a really awesome experience and I shared a few pictures with you. The next slide, we have ordered AP tests. So you can see there our statistics on the number of students who are taking AP classes, the number of AP tests ordered, which as those two numbers do not match, we have several students that are taking multiple tests. Some of them are even taking 3-4 tests. So we have a lot of students engaged in that this year. There are 12 AP classes that are being offered and 11 AP course teachers. The next slide are just some program updates. So we have all of our screenings scheduled for grades 7 through 11. We screened 7th grade yesterday. Today was 8th grade. Thursday is 11th grade. Friday is 10th. And the next Monday will be 9th grade. And then we'll be done with all the screenings. After that, we'll go through the rest of the process, just like we did with grades 3 through 6, pulling that top number of scores, pulling them out to do additional testing. And several of the kids today were really interested in it. They were excited about it. I had some that asked me, when am I going to find out how I did? So that was really exciting to see. Again, we've ordered the AP tests. We have Odyssey of the Mind and Quiz Bowl has begun at K6. We sent 6 or 7 6th graders to do Quiz Bowl at the Northwest Arkansas Educational Cooperative. Quiz Bowl is official in 7th grade, not in the elementary ages. So as we roll that program up here, we'll have some that get to participate in the official, like nationally sanctioned Quiz Bowl program. But they do offer it at the co-op for younger grades as well. So we sent a team of 6th graders and they were a little bit apprehensive about the whole thing to begin with. Like we had practiced, in the classroom environment, but they'd never been, they didn't really know. My son was one of them and he was kind of like, I don't know about this. He came back so excited and all of them, we have another one of you, your kid was there, so excited. They had a great time. They learned a lot. They came back with feedback on like, well, next time I would study more and I would study these things and I would study different things to prepare.
So that was a really good experience for them. And then we have had a guest performance. It was the very first week that we had pull-up classes. We had a guest performance from Theater Squared come into the classroom to prepare them to start their unit. On the next slide, you can see the units that we're developing for this first round in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That'll be their initial unit, and we're doing the artful learning model, their approach to building a unit. So it involves a masterwork, which is not always just visual art. You can see some of our examples are architectural, music, Homer's Odyssey, which is a poem. So we've got their masterwork, their concept that they're working from, and then the unit title is kind of the overarching set of things we'll discuss as a part of that unit. But they have lots of arts integration strategies and project embedded in what they're doing. And you can see some pictures of they're doing a sort there that was an arts integration strategy. And then the last slide is just a reminder again that when we're going through testing for services, there are multiple avenues to be tested for GT, one of which is parent referral, and there's a QR code there that can be used to access the parent referral form. Any questions?
I'm curious, so as you identify high school gifted kids, what is that gonna accomplish besides, I guess, encouraging them to take AP classes?
So that's part of it, is being able to have that conversation a little bit more mindfully about what classes you should be taking and that might best meet your needs. But we're also looking at adding a GT advisory, which would be specific for those kids who have been identified, which is part of the sense of urgency in getting those kids identified. We can't schedule it for next year until we know who that is and how many of them there are. So through GT advisory, a lot of our junior high and high school in the area do things like Quiz Bowl through their advisory, do things like Odyssey of the Mind and Science Olympiad and other kinds of enrichments through that GT advisory time, rather than trying to schedule something outside of school and then it's a club that has to be open to everyone. So it can more specifically meet their creative needs and enriched learning through that time period during the school day.
Cool, thank you. Anything else? All right, appreciate it. Do we need to discuss personnel changes?
No, we have on this list, there's a couple of new additions, which we'll catch up with at next month, but we have a hired person for our cafeteria, Dustin Simmons. Our enrollment report is, we've lost 4, but we're gaining another one. So we're down 3 at elementary and we're down 6 at high school. Some of the transition at high school has been for lots of various placements and other locations to assist in services we were unable to provide. And then our wait list is still strong in second grade. And then our enrollment lottery for next year is low, but I will say that the schools are planning parent visitation nights. They're going to tour through parents. We're going to participate in the Education Expo again like we did last year, but they're having it in January. So I've asked them to have it during school choice week. So we'll have that in January, which is in alignment with what we are going to celebrate our unique aspects about Arkansas arts along with some of the other charters. And it'll be at the mall in Northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville. So we've got some specific recruiting events coming up to address that lottery. And we have not surveyed parents or have any kind of identification who's returning yet. So we will pull lottery at the end of February, and more than likely we'll have keep it open as we need it. Aaron Jones, we're kind of gonna tag time with gifted and guitarist and arts integration. So he's provided an incredible projects that he's been working with teachers on at the high school. And so when you have time to breeze through that, and we'll also send this out to the community so they're aware of all the magnificent things that we have going on. And as a great caveat to the work that Aaron is doing with our community partners in arts integration, I will say that Aaron presented at the National Museum School, National Alliance,
National Association of Museum Schools.
National Association of Museum Schools for the past 2 years. And so I wrote in and sort of applied for us to be as part of their road trip tour, and we were accepted. So they're gonna visit 6 schools throughout the nation on this traveling road tour. And they're gonna be here, we're hoping that they're gonna be here on the same day that we do the night at the museum. So we're also gonna work with our community partners in the museums that we work with in real collaboration. So when they come, we're gonna be able to show off the work that we're doing in collaboration with our museum. So we're really excited about this experience. It's pretty legendary, actually. So we're really excited about that. So we'll keep you updated as that progress happens and once the date is finally secured. And then I believe that's all for this.
Are we ready for the upcoming events?
So upcoming events, we've got theater grandstanding at the Black Box tomorrow and Thursday. We've got the Music for Bowie coming up. And then I won't go off and read all of these things, but
What are the details on Music for Maui? I feel like I don't know.
December 14th, 5:30 to 8:30.
But what is it and where is it?
Our film teacher, Pace Hill, is going to be actually working in through that. Mr. Jones, I think you might know more information than I do. Music for Maui.
Yes, Music and Moolah for Maui is a fundraiser. Evan Alvarado is a local filmmaker who has worked with Arkansas Arts Academy on numerous things that we've done, collaborated. And so as they are working with First Nations in the area, they invited our film students to be a part of this. So this live event is going to go all over the world, and it's our kids, film kids, that are going to be there in Springdale as it's taking place, switching the cameras, doing grips, doing all these sorts of things. It's really great opportunity.
That's cool. Okay. How do we watch?
There is a QR code on that thing that I kind of sent out that you can go to. And then all of those things, if you want to go to the GoFundMe, the Facebook, everything has a link on that little packet that I had sent out. That you can view it, be a part of it, get part of the activation for it.
All right. And then I don't know what the Deck the Halls reception is. Does anybody else?
At the rack, Ray, that was here, the students and teachers painted skateboards that they are auctioning off. I mean, they are works of art. They are absolutely beautiful. The online auction is currently open, so you might see some of the posters around. One like has a wolf on it, and you'll see a little QR code. You can go and bid on different skateboard decks that you want to get, buy and purchase. And then the actual reception is going to be over at the rack. That night, they're going to have food from culinary, different things going on, and that's where we'll actually present the awards, even like People's Choice. The students and staff voted here for their favorite ones, so you'll actually get your board that you've purchased, but also awards will be given to students and staff for their boards.
All right, very cool. All right. Anything else we want to talk about on that topic? All right, any comments from the public? No? Nobody added on? Okay. Student council update. I assume we don't have a student.
Ms. Ferreira sent a message in and explained, apparently there's not enough enrollees with Coffee House, and so they have, they're not going to do that this year due to low number of signups, and that they will have performances during advisories to showcase some of the performers. They're in the process of electing 4 7th grade reps, and they're gonna hopefully do a blood donation day with Red Cross again. They're gonna do it instead of Honor Society. Don't know the status of the student council president, but I will check on that.
Okay. All right. So now we need to move on to the consent agenda. Does anyone have any questions or concerns about the November minutes? Can I have a motion to approve? Second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Adrian's not here to tutor us on the financials. Does anyone have any other comments or concerns on the financials? Okay. Moving on to new business. We need to approve the calendar. So you will see the current survey results are still pretty much in favor of essentially keeping the schedule like it has been. So does anyone have anything to say or add regarding the school calendar? No? So I believe we just need a motion to approve it. So let's, I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. All right.
The last update is the discussion and to let our community know that we've been accepted to the Louisiana Food Pantry. We recognize the need our families have, and we want to be able to provide them support so that we as a community are helping embrace their challenges and wanting to help in any way we can. We will, Ms. Sheena Owens from Culinary will manage the development and sort of inventory of the food. And then the counselors will work to identify parents. We're going to put together a sort of a request process for families that are in need. And they will maintain the confidentiality of that. And then they will manage the actual give of the food boxes. And so we're really excited to have this opportunity. The Northwest Arkansas Hunger Alliance and the Food Shelter are really gracious that we're doing this, and we're excited as well. So we will provide more information in January on exactly what that looks like and how we're gonna operate, and then also ways that community can volunteer or donate food to help us help our families.
All right, looks awesome. Anybody have anything to discuss since the publication of the agenda? No? All right.
Do we need to recognize the terrific kids?
Oh, Debbie missed
Student
it.
happiness.
Okay. Let's go back. Sorry, my bad. The terrific kids.
High school.
Oh, yeah. I've got the elementary kids. Oh, look, we got cute pictures.
So it was on Jamboree Day.
Okay.
And so they were not all together at one time. I'm gonna try to include a picture from here on out, but it was
It's very cute though, still yet,
it was a cute day.
as is the artwork in the back. So we have Shiloh Salcido, Grace Victor, Eliza Parrish, and Lily Barber for kindergarten. Laura Lee Watson and Grayson Messersmith, sorry, for first. Natalie Pacheco and Sophia Rodriguez for second. Savannah Yor, Astrid Duenas, and Saraya Carr for third. And Elise Rickenberger and Emma Gooding for fourth. Emberg, Zaylen Hart, Sunny Galindo, and Sawyer Campbell for fifth. And Pierce Bogus and Annabella Cordova for sixth. Good job, kids. High school kids, did I get high school kids?
4.4.
There they are. Right. Our seventh grader was Joel Bullock. Our eighth grader was Alondra Gonzalez. Our ninth grader was Grayson Guest. 10th grader was Giovanni Miller. Our 11th grader was, oh, somebody help me.
Heidi. Pronounced Heidi.
Heidi. Oh, Esparza. And our 12th grader was Jewel Kuhn. Excellent. All right. Do we have a need to go to executive session?
Yes.
Yes, okay. we need to vote on, out of executive session. So unless someone has anything to add, I think we can take a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all the day.